And we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hey there.
Hello, hello. We're back
Finally,
after a 2 week hiatus, which was my doing, but well, we're back.
we're
Hey,
back.
everybody. Good to have everybody back. We are down half a player, I would think, because we can't see Wheeler's lovely face because he's having computer issues and stuff, but we do have his beautiful voice, right? Right?
Sure.
No, not
Oh,
anymore. He died.
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
quiet.
Yep,
Okay.
dead forever.
There you go. There you go. Okay. So, I don't think anybody does anybody have anything they want to share, want to say, want to do, want to before we get started? No?
No.
No, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
I would just sorry, I just forgot the mute thing. I would like a very like condensed somehow of a recap of I can't remember exactly what the lady in the cave gave Ellie or
She
so
haven't
forth.
given her anything yet.
Exactly.
That's what we left
Oh,
off
okay.
on.
No,
Oh,
you
that's right. That's
yeah,
right.
you guys were led down in this cave, separate from the town where the ice giants or the frost giants lived, and you were led down with a coin, which was too big, really, but you guys managed to bring it in,
Yeah.
and you found this woman there who was human size, but clearly had magical elements to her,
Yes.
and she and Ellie had a conversation, and Ellie needed to kind of guess
Yes.
or kind of deduct what kind of creature she was or is before she took on this appearance. And finally, Ellie decided that it would probably be a frost giant, and
Yes, with some help.
it with some help, exactly. Yeah, some of you helped her and gave her some insight, but yeah, you picked correctly, and she was very pleased that you did, and she said that you deserve a reward.
Yes. And I had no clue as we left off
Kind
what
of
I wanted.
kind of twirling you around, and she sets you down on the ground. Oh, sorry, Jonas. Was this answering your question, or did you have anything else that you wanted to recap? Or
No, I'm pretty good with that. I just forgot to rewatch and re-listen to last session. It's been a couple of weeks, so
yeah,
I
yeah,
forgot
exactly.
some of the details.
Exactly. No. So, yeah, you guys were here, and the two new characters have been introduced, and guys have been kind of clumped together with the possible. Um, well, you're pretty much pushed by these frost giants towards at least finding out where this white dragon is located, and do some recon, and well, they haven't made a secret out of it that they wouldn't mind you killing it, because this woman also mentioned that giants and dragons don't really go well together. They don't really like each other a lot. So yeah. Yeah, so she kind of was twirling you around, Ellie, and she sets you down on the ground and says, "You deserve a reward." And she kind of extends her hand to you and says, "Come with me."
Yeah. Ellie will take the hand and walk with her.
Uh, all right. She kind of looks back to everybody who's just kind of standing there. I don't know what your expressions are while this was going on. Maybe it'd be fun for you guys to kind of. How do you stand there? What are you doing?
I would say that for Barry, he basically looks upon this being kind of a private thing that she has won for herself. So he's not there trying to steal the limelight from her kind of moment there. So he's just kind of standing back with a smile on his face, pleased that everything went well. And he's just kind of he was doing his bardic inspiration earlier with his recorder flute, so he's just gonna be more mild with it, just going into the background, just kind of doing. kind of mellow melodies off of it and being concentrated on that.
Cool. Anybody else?
Papers come on out. Cal will be he'll be leaning on one of the big stacks of coins, just sort of like chilled back, you know.
Mhm.
And he's got a wee bit of like string out, and he's starting to do his teeth. He sort of looks over every now and again. That's it.
Wheeler will sort of be look like this.
Wow.
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
Go
yeah,
on.
So,
cool.
and
Good one.
So that's what he's
All
doing.
that stealth.
Yeah, all that stuff. Do you know what? Actually, yeah, you can see. No, he'll just be hanging back, chilling, not doing much. Sort of looking at all the shinies around, going, so many shinies.
Oh god, are we gonna have to stop him from taking anything?
Who says I haven't already asked the DM?
Yeah, this is like this scene from Aladdin.
yeah, yeah.
Boomer's just standing there, his arms crossed, looking up in case we have to fight. He's trying to find like good positions to be in where people and things could come out of, escape routes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Roll your perception.
Yep. That's a lot higher than I expected. Perception, that's 15.
15. Okay, you kind of look around, and as I kind of described it about 2 weeks ago, you see that it's very much a gathering of all kinds of objects and things, and it's almost like a hoarder type of situation going on here. Not completely, but it's leaning towards it. So there's a lot of little cracks and nooks that things could pop out of. So you're not very very at ease in that respect. The woman doesn't really show off any aggression or any sign that she's has evil intent, but still.
All right. Yeah, he'll just kind of keep his back to one of the walls and keep looking around, make sure nothing's coming out. That's about it.
Okay. All right. Ellie, so you take the hand of this woman, and as you hold it, are you wearing gloves still, or did you take them off?
If it's warm in the cave,
Yeah.
she probably took them off and stuck them in her belt, because I can see Ellie doing that.
Okay. Yeah. So as she kind of holds your hand, you feel that the hand that's holding you is warm, quite warm, and she's kind of leading you off, and she kind of looks over her shoulders and at the group that you are leaving behind.
Yeah.
And there's this smile on her face. You can't really see it, Ellie, because you're kind of like walking next to her, and she kind of is a bit taller than you.
Yeah.
But the other guys of you kind of you see it, and roll your insight, everybody.
right ho.
At least those of you that are interested in those kind of things. If you're like, hey, well, how much would this be worth? Then you're probably not concerned with how she looks.
26.
26. Holy crap. 5?
That's good.
Yeah, mine's not great. Others probably 5.
Wheeler, are you concerned with this, or are you not concerned with this?
I'm I'm going to say not, just because still technical issues. I can't get into my D&D Beyond account, so I don't have my character sheet.
All right.
Bear with me. Multi-factor, damn you.
Oh, no, it's actually a 10 for Cal.
All right. Well, none of you come close to the 26 that a very insightful bard just rolled. As you kind of look at it, it's clearly, because you rolled so ridiculously high, it's clearly a smile that is supposed to make you guys uncomfortable. but because you're kind of looking at her, you're kind of reading her body language, and you can tell that she's just doing it to mess with you guys. There's this like, I'm taking your friend separately, and you don't know what I'm gonna do with her. But you're like, yeah, you're not gonna do anything. You're just messing with us. So the other ones that didn't get so high, you were like, what's that look she has on her face? Is something going on? You feel a bit uncomfortable with Ellie just leaving with this woman you only met for like 15 minutes ago or something.
Cal will probably pipe up actually. Ellie, do you want me to come along just in case?
In case of what?
You're going off with some random strange woman on your own?
I'm
I'm a
looking
random strange woman. She's going off with me on her own.
while they're talking.
Okay,
I'm looking.
if you're that way inclined, I'll just leave you to it then.
Sorry, while they were talking, I was looking directly in the woman's eyes to see if she's getting kicks out of this.
Yeah, she is. She's like, oh yeah, there you go. Somebody picked it up.
Yeah, I'll make a mental
Cal-
note of this.
Cal's not judging, by the way.
And she's
Ellie's
kind of. Oh, sorry. Go
yeah.
ahead.
I was gonna say Ellie's gonna look up at like, what does she look like? Why are they reacting like this?
You see like this super friendly, like radiant smile towards you, like, come on.
Maybe you're too friendly.
And she kind of looks
Yeah.
back, and you especially, of course, with your 26, you're clearly telling like she's almost hoping that somebody else speaks up, like, and then she's a bit like, "Aw," and she just goes on and moves away with Ellie.
All right, I'll leave them to it.
And you guys, Ellie, you and the woman, kind of walk through like a small pathway.
Yeah.
Again, all kinds of objects and things are surrounding you. Some small detailed things, but nothing is placed in reference. It's all just kind of like, oh yeah, I'll put this here and I'll put this here and stuff like that. But you, and especially Wheeler even more probably, as you're kind of walking there, you'll notice that there are some interesting objects here. And not just money-wise, but also objects where you think like, what is that? What would you use something like that for? It tickles your gnomish interest quite a bit.
Yeah.
And you walk for, I'd say, 45 seconds or something. So,
Yeah.
but you have a reasonable pace.
Yeah.
And she, you come into another small clearing, and she just again almost uncomfortably picks you up and places you on like a table, and you just you kind of are set down.
All right.
And she grabs a chair and sits opposite of you, and not at all adhering to the Corona rules. So she's just like very close to your face, and she's like, "Tell me, girl on girl, what do you want?"
I've been thinking a little bit about it, and
Good.
I don't really know, because I mean, I could want a lot of things, but I don't like asking for things. That's the issue, kind of. It's very weird because it's funnier to make them yourself and then discover them and then like find out what you do.
Yes.
But I don't know. Can you teach me something?
Probably.
Cause I don't know. I keep feeling like my friends are either dying or they're leaving, and it feels like if I'm stronger, maybe I can protect them better.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, they're my friends.
Right.
I can't let people do things to my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
So your friends are dying on you
Uh, well, one died twice.
twice.
Yeah,
That must
he
become some kind of record.
mm, maybe. I mean, first it was the hag, but we killed the hag because she was mean, and then there was this kind of freakish accident. But he was high, so he kind of brought it down. No, wait, he wasn't high. Not that
No,
time.
no, he was not high.
Not that you're coming to like. Oh wait, no wait, not that time.
You see, we look at it. No, he wasn't high. He wasn't
Yeah,
high.
No, but I suppose Gemini was. But we had just killed the giant, the slug giant. He was bad. Not like you guys.
Oh,
He was taken, like, possessed by the hag's weird sludge from the cat pot kettle. I don't think he was alive anymore.
I see.
He was like controlled by these like oozy things and eye.
What type of giant was this?
What color? It was like brownish, right?
It definitely had a brownish
Yeah.
tint to it. Yeah.
Well, it had a brownish tint. I don't know. It wasn't really talkative.
Hmm.
It was very intent on stomping on us.
That sounds
And
mostly
throwing.
like a hill giant.
And throwing houses.
Hmm. Yeah, sounds like a hill giant.
Are they friends of yours?
No.
Are they enemies of yours?
Mm. I suppose. I mean, are all gnomes friends and are all gnomes enemies?
No. I suppose.
I don't think they're exactly the same as all gnomes for you, but
Yeah.
let's say they're distant relatives that have lost their drive to evolve.
Yeah. Well, it attacked first anyway.
That's usually a good reason to defend yourself.
Yeah. And he did throw a house on Vince, and then Vince died. So I guess it was the house fault, or the giant's fault.
That's a very philosophical question. Whose
Yeah.
fault is what?
But anyway, he died again. And it feels like if I had been stronger or more in the game, I could have done something to protect him.
I see.
And then what's it called? Then Varin ran off because he thought
How
he wasn't
dare he.
strong enough.
Uh-huh.
But he was very strong. He was very brave. He always faced danger.
Right.
So, I mean, if he had felt like, I don't know, maybe I could have convinced him if I was stronger and like show him that he wasn't putting us at risk or something.
So you want me to make you stronger?
Well, or teach
There are
me
many
something.
types of strength.
Well, yes. I was thinking more like I don't know. I just want to protect them, keep them safe.
Well, that's something that most people want for their friends or comrades.
I suppose.
She kind of grabs a lock of her reddish hair and kind of plays with it for a bit. How would you consider keeping someone safe? I mean, keeping someone safe would be not having them do anything dangerous.
Well, but the world is dangerous.
Yes, but
then I
there's
would
a
have to
difference
place them in a box and keep them in the box, and then they'll die from starvation.
Well, there is a spectrum of danger and safety. I mean, one can argue that it's safer to live in a village or a town than it is to go hunt goblins.
Well, I suppose, but seeing I do that, and I like to have friends with me, it
Mhm.
wouldn't really be fair to tell them that that they can't do it.
No, I understand, but you said that safety is important to you. Then
Well, I suppose in a way, like safety from more safety from dying than risking getting hurt. Because what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
I see.
Except if it's a house. And apparently it doesn't make you stronger.
You know, it's my experience that healing somebody is a hard thing to learn.
I'm not very good at healing things. I'm good at breaking things.
There you go. I could teach you a bit of healing
You could?
if that's what you want.
It wasn't what I had what that I first think of as protection, but I suppose it would be a good thing.
There you go.
If you can teach me some healing, I would appreciate it.
I could teach you a spell that allows you to heal. How much it heals depends on the amount of oomph you put into it.
That goes for a lot of things, though.
Yes. Same thing goes with fire. The more oomph you put into it, the more it blows up.
Yes, that's why you put a lot of oomph into it.
Most of the time, but sometimes a little bit goes a long way.
I suppose.
So, is that really what you want?
Well, I got fire already, so yes.
All right. She gets up and walks off and returns with a jar. She kind of holds it and says, just a quick question. She kind of points at you, and it almost looks like she's pointing at like one of your boobs or something. You're like, what? And you see like Fluffles just kind of pops out his head. What's that?
Fluffles.
Yes. Are you aware of what he is?
Yes.
She says hesitantly.
Yes, he's a cat.
I see. Well, you seem like a nice girl. She grabs the jar, or she holds the jar and kind of pulls out a stop. And there's like this corkish thing that was pushed onto it.
Yeah.
And she grabs something out of it. It seems to be kind of illuminating. This might be a bit jarring, but you'll be fine. Do you trust me? She holds it, and you see this like kind of pulsating light in her hand.
She at least gonna look quickly at Fluffles. Does Fluffles seem worried?
Yeah, he doesn't seem very comfortable here.
I'm not sure I trust you, but I'm curious enough to try it.
That's good enough for me. She grabs you by the end of your neck, and she just pushes the thing that she was holding into your mouth.
Yeah. Oh,
You
hell.
know, what the?
Yeah.
And it just immediately just goes into you. There we go. She lets go of you.
What the hell?
Sorry, it's if I tell you what I do, it usually prevents people from undergoing it. She smiles.
People.
Yeah. She grabs you and kind of puts you on the ground.
Probably
It'll
could
take a
have-
moment for it to take effect. Probably tomorrow, but you'll be good.
I'll be good.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Bring in your next friend. Who will you bring?
Mm. Do I have to pick one, or is all gonna get something?
I'm not saying.
Hmm. I think I'll bring Cal.
All right. And who is Cal?
The elf.
Yes, I know that, but who is he?
Mm. Mm. A friend.
She sighs. Fine, bring him in.
I mean, I just think he's less likely to ask for one of your things. Because I think my brother would.
All right, fine. Just you go back and bring
Yes.
him here.
Ellie will do so.
All right, you return. You guys have been kind of standing there. Wheeler, how much are you tempted?
I have been debating that very question.
Thank you.
I'm not sure. Is everything big? I know remember you said the coins and stuff that were brought in.
No. There are things like this size or smaller even, and well, yeah, there are, but there are also, well, very common items in giant size. So it almost has a comical effect to it. There's like this big spoon lying there, and somebody can actually use it kind of to sit into the thing. Like, yeah, it's kind of comfortable.
Well,
Oh,
if
you can take a little bit longer to debate.
Well, no, if he's been, because like while Ellie's been away, he will have been perusing the stock, as it were. Would he have seen anything particularly interesting? Like he'll be taking the time to go through it and look and go, "Ooh, what's this?" and picking it up. And
all right. Well, if you're really taking your time to go through everything, you can roll an investigation.
Sure. No. It's a natural one.
Ah, okay. You look around and you see tons of stuff, but it's hard to kind of make a difference between value and oddity. So, yeah. In your mind, anything here could probably be interesting. Maybe not to sell, but to have is fun. There are, like I said, all kinds of objects where you have no idea what they do and what function they could have.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing, I don't know. If he doesn't find anything that overly jumps out, if he's just looking at everything at a whole, going, "Oh, this is all amazing," he'd probably be like, "Do you know what? I won't. I don't have enough arms."
Yeah.
Or bags.
Well, there are definitely stuff there that's more amazing than other things. And for example, you probably see at least a couple of finely crafted boxes, chests, small size, but also big ones that are closed. And some of them seem just finely crafted wood. Others seem to be jewel encrusted things. So yeah, lots of interesting stuff.
All right. Tell you what, I'll roll for it and see. Okay. I'll as soon as I rolled a 1 on the investigation, I'll leave it up to you what I go for, but I go for something.
All right. Very well. Are you trying to be sneaky about it, or while they're gone, are you just gonna go like, there we go. Yeah, this is mine now.
Yeah, he doesn't. Well, Cal's still there, so he'll probably try and be sneaky about it. If it was just the other two, he'd be like, "Fuck it, they don't know me. You
Right.
don't know me. You don't know my life." So,
All
but
right.
no, if Cal's still there, then yeah, he's gonna be sneaky about it.
Then if it's something big that you're getting, it'll be sleight of hand. If it's something large that you're having, you'll need to roll pretty high in your stealth.
I'll leave it up to you. As soon as I rolled a 1 on the investigation, whatever you think has drawn most to me, I'll take your word for it.
Let's see. It's about box size.
All right, sure.
So it would be stealth. Roll
Yep.
your stealth, and everybody else roll your perception.
He will put his hood up,
Okay.
so everyone roll with disadvantage. Ha 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 ha.
Do I get to roll actually? Am I even back yet?
No, you're not back yet.
Okay.
Stealth. So that is 30.
30.
30.
All right.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
It's only 10 for Cal.
All right.
Fucking love this
So-
cloak because the first roll was a 2.
You just kind of shove it under your cloak.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. It's a little big. It kind of sticks out. You would really want to have a bag of holding to kind of shove it into to not have it stand out so much.
Any of them kicking about now?
None that you've witnessed.
It's just walking out with the bag of holding. The whole place is empty. I don't know. There's nothing here.
It was like this when I got here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What does the rest of you guys do? If anything else different from what you did before.
Is basically is Ellie taking the same amount of time it took basically to role play?
Yeah,
That's
pretty
it.
much. Yeah. It took about like less than a minute for them to kind of get to the separate area. So yeah, it's pretty
Well,
much
in
the
that
same.
case, nothing really different. He'll kind of just survey his surroundings and still not being all that familiar with all his companions right now. He'll just kind of continue to play his flute while kind of perusing around and making eye contact and warm smiles to anybody who locks eye contact with him before he kind of turns to go to another direction and continue playing.
Yeah. Okay. And the rest of you just do the same?
Yeah, Cal's just milling about.
All right. Okay. Excellent. So Ellie returns.
Yes.
What do you do, Ellie?
On the way back, before she gets back, she would, and once she's out of sight and hearing from the other person, she would probably just quickly look at Fluffles. I didn't make a bad call now, did I? Nah, it's probably gonna be fine. Scratch, scratch, scratch head. I still love you the best. Don't be so grumpy. I told you were a cat. And then, she will get back to the party.
All right.
Is there a possibility for an empathy roll to just see, like, to make out from her body language or expressions, to
How the
kind
meeting
of
went?
guess at?
How our talk went?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Nah, that's only an 8 in total.
All right. No, you can't really tell. She seems busy with something that's in her coat, and it just You see, like, oh, well, and then she kind of looks about as she kind of re-enters where you guys are.
All right. I'll make a mental note of that.
Cal,
Oh, yeah.
I'm a bit unsure, but she might have a gift for you too,
The gift.
or
Right.
something, or a favor.
Right.
I mean, she also wanted her to speak to next, and I said you. And honestly, it's because I know you the longest out of these lots, except Wheeler. But he probably just gonna try to ask something from her, and like try to rob her of half riches.
All right. Okay. So she wants to see me then.
Yes. It's like less than a minute that way. It's not that far.
Right. Oh, that was definitely quick.
Yeah.
All right. I'll see you in a bit, I suppose.
She did ask who you were as a person. I said a friend.
It's
You're
a
my
very
friend,
strange
right?
question, right?
Yeah, but I think she likes playing games.
Did she say anything else strange that crossed you?
Mm, but I suppose she did ask if I knew what Flavels was.
Right.
I mean, it's not the first time I got that question, but it is a strange question.
She asked you if you knew what Fluffles was.
Yeah, what he is.
Right. Okay.
He's a cat.
That's a bit of a strange question too. Yeah.
Yes. But
Cal takes a note of
he's a
that.
cat. She looks at Cal very intently and says, he's a cat.
Right. Yeah. He's definitely a cat. Yeah.
Mhm.
I'll. Yeah. Yeah. He walks off.
All right. Do the rest of you talk to Ellie or ask her any questions before Cal gets to the woman? No.
Oh, okay.
Not really. No, it's one of those things where I'm kind of intrigued about the game that he might be interpreting that's going on because of the giant just giving all these kind of faces and expressions and trying to lead people on. I'm kind of intrigued on what awaits there and what I can possibly read off of Cal when he returns. Maybe I want to go in last so I can see as many people as possible, come out.
All right. Cal, you kind of walk following the path, and you see this woman there sitting on a chair. Hello, Cal.
Evening. You were looking for me?
I was. I have a gift for you.
A gift?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of gift?
Oh, what kind of gift would you like?
That's a bit of a broad question. You know, some genies apparently can wish the world away, so...
Well, we already established that I'm not a genie.
Yeah, I gathered that. Although, a bit of information actually would be quite handy if you don't mind to oblige me. Do most frost giants turn small like you?
Oh no, I'm an anomaly.
Right. So it's through some sort of magical means.
You could say that. Yes, I'm quite a bit like Ellie, I suppose.
Right. I will take a note of that actually.
right.
That's adding to little things that I'm writing down. Right. Well, I have a few things actually. A few things have been confusing me of late. Maybe, perhaps in your infinite wisdom, you know something that can help.
I'm sorry.
Sorry. Do you not take kindly to flattering?
Oh, well, oh, that was flattery. No, I thought it stated facts that I have infinite wisdom, and, well, to be honest, my wisdom is considerably lacking since I've lived in this cage.
That would be true, yeah. Gossip probably doesn't come a long way.
No.
Yeah, well, anyway, There's a couple of things that seem to be afflicting the group.
So let me get this straight. Is information the gift that you want? Or are we just chit-chatting?
I see what you can possibly provide because I don't know exactly what you can provide. So maybe give you options?
Options? Well, I don't know. Ellie didn't really need any options. She had a very clear idea of what she wanted.
I have a great many things, but a lot of them are ideals.
Ooh, ideals. Those are high standards.
Yeah, but not like any sort of snap of the fingers could fix that.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna have to do that with my own two hands.
Very true.
Anyway, uh, there's a couple of the group who are afflicted with this demon mark.
Yes.
Now, I'm not sure if you can do anything about it. This is it here, and he sort of like pops down the back of his shirt there to show her the sign.
She skips out of her chair, and she walks towards you and kind of grabs your shirt and just yanks it a bit too far.
Gosh.
And she goes like, "Oh my. How did you get that?"
Well, here we go. He'll set his backpack down and he goes, "A little demon that we came across." Pulls out a wee ball of cloth and then starts to slowly unfurl it. It cost us a lot of trouble and it's been torturing us ever since. And he pulls out the big ruby and he sort of looks at it to see if he could see the demon inside. And he goes, "Yeah, this one here." We
She
were
kind of
on our
leans
way
back.
to see this fella that Ellie knows, Tarek. No, not Tarek. Farron. Yeah, that's the one. He's apparently like a priest of Killable, and they deal with this sort of stuff. Do you know anything about it?
No.
It's not within your realm, then, I guess.
It's like I said, I don't keep up with the latest news.
Yeah. Well, that's why I said I would provide options. So not everybody can do everything, I suppose.
True.
All right. Well, I'll get on to the second thing. He wraps it up, puts it away. This bow I've come across. Now,
Oh my.
I know there's something definitely wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you want to take a look at it?
It seems to be in pain.
It does, yeah. I feel its pain like I'm connected to it as well.
Ah, I see. I don't know if I want to touch it. Please put it down on the table.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea. I'll set it down on the table all nice.
As she plucks a bit of her, like one of her hairs, she just kind of lays it on top of the bow, and there's this. That's not supposed to happen.
No. Something similar happened when I put a bowstring on it.
Really?
Yeah.
So you want me to fix this bow?
I was getting the hint that it was some sort of cursed item, but if fixing it would also fix that, I don't know much about it, you see.
I see. Well, to get a proper read on it, it's kind of like what are those creatures called with all the pins that roll themselves up when they're attacked? I forget its name.
Like a porcupine or a hedgehog?
Yeah, I think that's the name. That's what this bow is doing. It's hurt and it has all its needles out.
Right. Is there any way to fix that then?
There is. We could fix it, but we don't know if it's a nice porcupine or not. If we fix it and it's not a nice porcupine, we might. Oh, she kind of moves her hand, and you see this this transparent type of string kind of connected to you. This, as she kind of points at that string, might be a problem for you.
Oh, I see. So I am connected to the bow in some way.
Yes.
That's probably why I'm feeling that slight tingle of pain.
It'll get worse.
Is there any way of severing that? That would probably be the safer option, I would say.
It would, but well, I'm afraid that severing it will harm the bow even more.
I'm not one for waste.
I detect a lot of power in it.
Although, here's a little piece of information. We did get it from some dark elves.
Oh, I'm not surprised. They make wonderful magical items.
Some tend to hurt the users that don't use them too.
Some, yes, but if they use them themselves, did the person that you took this from, did he know that he was dying?
Well, they were assassins, so I would assume that they knew they were going to die at some stage. But I don't know if he knew he was dying or he had died and dropped the bow. It was too dark to tell.
I see. Well, it's a risk, it's a challenge, it's a gamble.
That's true. Right. So you don't actually know anything about it then, no?
I know some things about it. I know it's very powerful. I know it's, well, at least what it's showing me. And she kind of looks at you as in like, this is obviously overly clear. It has hiding capabilities, which you already knew because, well, as you were if you have put it down on the table, it kind of started to take on the colors of the table. But I know those are just its most superficial powers. There's definitely more there, but well, digging into it will take some effort from my side, and well, let's just say, if that's what you want, I'll do it.
It will make me stronger.
Most likely, but
it might take a price.
Exactly.
And I've been accumulating attachments recently from dark objects, so I don't see the problem unless it kills me.
There you go.
It could be helpful. And I suppose there's always a way of fixing it eventually, isn't there?
There is, but depending on how powerful it is, it might be harder or easier to do.
That's true.
Let's just say, in worst case scenarios, it might kill you before you're capable of fixing it.
True, with the attachment thing, yeah. I will leave this up to my very astute D20 brain.
Oh.
To decide this.
Very well. I like D20 brains.
Yeah. Got a couple of bone dice myself, so do. That would be, I think, the worsening of it outweighs the practicality. So if there's a way that you could separate me from the bow, I'd be much helpful.
You want to be severed from it?
Yeah, I don't think attachments are going to help me.
All right. It might destroy the bow.
Well, I'll mourn its loss.
As you wish. As she kind of pulls up a bit of her sleeves, and they immediately sink down again because she's wearing like a very loose-fitting thing, and she starts to kind of dance around the table and around you, and singing this strange. It sounds giantish, but usually when you hear people speak giant, they sound very. It sounds like coming from these large entities. So it's kind of funny to hear this. Well, not very large female, human-shaped person speaking giant in the way in a lovely kind of song, and after a while, you see the line that is connecting you to this bow. It starts to fade, and you feel that this constant pain or this irritation that you have been feeling for the weeks, it starts to fade. And roll an insight check.
Come on, insight. That's 13.
13. Okay. You see it fade, and you feel there's this distance being created between you and this bow. And just as you feel this sadness coming from this bow, you hear it, and you see cracks start to appear in the bow itself, and the line between you and it is severed.
I suppose that's it then.
I suppose it is.
Well, that's one problem off my chest. I can sigh of relief.
You want to keep the bow, or you want me to take care of it?
You can have it if you want. I'm not sure I need it anymore.
Very well.
Well, thank you. That was very helpful.
You are very welcome.
Shall I go and get someone else? Or
Who will you bring?
who will I bring? I suppose it will have to be Wheeler. Apparently, a lot of our group did disappear, and Wheeler's the only one I sort of really know more than, well, slightly less than Ellie, but I know more than the rest. But yeah, I'll go and grab Wheeler, will I?
Bring him here. Oh, what type of person is this Wheeler?
Wheeler. I'm only going to say one thing. Keep a perceptive eye on him. He's that type of person.
Oh, he sounds like fun.
Very, very fun indeed. You might want to have a look around when you get back out, because he's probably got some of it.
You don't say.
Yeah, he's that kind of person.
I'll be sure to keep an eye on him. Thank
I'm
you.
not one to lie. And another thing here before I go.
Yes.
I never knew Giant could be so beautiful. And then he walks off.
As you walk off, she says, "Stop."
Yes?
As she walks towards you, you don't just say those kind of words and walk off. And she kind of goes to your side and grabs your face and gives you a kiss
Whereabouts?
on your mouth.
He immediately turns away.
All right.
Sorry, not many people know this, but I'm already taken.
Fair enough.
Sorry, the sentiments appreciated though.
Bring me this Wheeler.
All right, will do.
The effect will take hold of you at a later time, but I'm gonna say it now because else, in the hectic of like, all right, well, thanks everybody, have a great show, blah 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 blah. I'm gonna forget. So note to yourself that after a long rest, and you will have gained resistance against cold. All right.
Yep, hold on.
Good. So, you
Pretty much.
And she probably would strike up a conversation, actually, a little bit. Especially with Barry.
all right.
Because he's another gnome and he's playing an instrument. And it's like, you did inspire me, just like Gemini did. How does this work? Because I'm assuming this inspiration is something she can feel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's just this burst of energy inside of you.
So it's like, you said your name was Barry, right?
That's right, baby. Burr, barrage, triple breath, wind gown, bush method.
I should write that name down.
Yeah, Barry is just fine, baby.
Yeah. These, like, for some people it's hard to remember longer names.
Tell me about it, baby.
I don't know what these really tall people, they seem to like 2 syllables.
That's right. They don't even include the greatest achievements in the name.
No,
Boggles
I know,
the
right?
mind.
I know, right? So rude.
Totally.
Yeah.
So what's on your mind, baby?
I noticed you played the instrument a lot. Are you good with it?
Baby, I am not only good with this ricotta flute, I am the best. They don't call me Bushmaster for nothing. They don't call me Wing Gown for nothing. They don't call me Triple Breath for nothing. I got brass knucks, I got brass balls, and I can weave brass gowns like nobody's business, baby.
Cool.
Now check this out.
Yeah.
And I play like I don't know, Darude Sandstorm, something like that. Something just to impress her. Something difficult. I think.
Roll your performance.
Okay.
I was gonna say if you played the Rude Sandstorm on a flute of any kind, she probably would be impressed.
Yeah, Wheeler's in the background just bopping out. Just, yeah.
That's 25.
Holy crap! Okay, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
pretty damn good performance over there.
Yeah, and because it was so good, I'm using minor illusion to give it a drum beat on top of that. So it's
Yeah, Ellie would
good
totally
around.
go like, yeah, I know what I understand this like triple breath thingy. Guess you would have to have a triple breath to play that in one go so smoothly. Because when do you breathe?
There you go. But yeah, but he'll be playing it for a little bit and then just kind of like end it on a high note, and
Yeah.
just
Ellie will slow clap when he's done.
and he'll give a bow.
All right.
Yeah.
Wheeler, you kind of return.
You mean Cal?
Oh, sorry, Cal. Yeah.
Where did I go?
Is there a possibility for an empathy roll again?
Sure.
Keep rolling pretty well on this. So yeah, that's 24.
24. Wheeler, please give us some insight in Wheeler. Sorry,
Cal
Cal.
again.
Yeah, what the heck? It's just because I see the name Wheeler so big in my screen. It's like, okay. Cal, what is his demeanor, or what is his?
It's usually pretty hard to read Cal, since he's pretty good at keeping his emotions in check. But since he rolled so high, he came back and there isn't much of an emotion on his face, but you do get it's like one of those sighs of relief, but it's also kind of like a sigh of romance as he remembers something.
Also, it's more of a positive note than a negative one.
Oh yeah, very, very.
Okay. Well, in that case, he'll just kind of smile when he sees that and go again into kind of playing his flute.
Everybody can roll their perception, and Ellie and not Cal will have advantage on it.
Oh, advantage, nice. No, not better.
I rolled a natural 1.
Oh, there you go. You have like you're too busy reading his like facial expressions and stuff like that.
Not Cal got a 19.
All right, 6 for you, Boomer. Okay. Not Cal got a 19, and Ellie
Got 13.
13. All right. Yeah, Ellie, you and Wheeler will probably notice that fancy color changing bow that Cal had on him is gone. He's no longer carrying it with him.
What happened with the bow?
What?
The bow.
The bow? My bow? He takes out his bow.
No, that's the bow.
Oh, the strange one.
Yeah, the strange one.
Yeah, I had to kind of make a trade, so I did.
Oh. Did you find out what was wrong?
Yeah. Not too much, but I did find out what was wrong, if you want to know. Are you sure you want to know?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to know.
Quick question: Are they talking this within earshot, or are they?
This is the area is big enough, but they're not trying to hide it, so you guys are in hearing distance of it.
I'll tell you what. Would you mind if I told you later?
I suppose not.
Yeah, it's all right. I'm not at whims to not tell you. I just felt that you maybe want to hear it more personally.
I don't mind, but if you prefer, sure.
Yeah, well, I'll give you the whole story of what happened to me if you trade me, you know.
I see what you're doing. Sure.
Yeah? Okay. That's sorted. Wheeler, quick question as he sort of walks off. She wants you next.
She wants to see me?
Yep.
Why?
Wants to see
Why?
you.
Why does she want to see me? And while he's doing that, he's going to
you.
he's going to like move and he's going to try and subtly sort of knock the box that he found sort of off to the side, like
Can Ellie, like, as he would say this, she would totally be eyes on him. Can she, like, insight, like, perception, see what he's up to?
Sure, yeah.
Can Cal also tell that he's trying to shove a box off to the corner?
Is this a stealth roll?
No, this will be a sleight of hand roll.
That's all right, but I don't have advantage on that.
Because you guys are like focused on him. Sleight of hand kind of has to do with a lot of misdirection and stuff. So I'll give you guys advantage on trying to see what he's.
Nice.
No, I'm just thinking Ellie knows him well enough that whenever he sounds like that, he's been up to no good.
That is dirty 25.
Okay.
23.
Ooh.
Yeah, 19 for Cal.
Yeah, I am invisible.
Yeah, you see him kind of like
Coins come out of it.
Yeah. All of a sudden, there's like this chest behind him that he's apparently always been sitting on, more or less, and he just kind of hops off and go like, "Yeah, I'll go talk to her." Sure.
Yep, that's exactly how it happens.
I'm just gonna say, but Ellie probably suspects that he's been up to no good, but she can't place what he might have been doing.
That's fair. I would accept that.
Cal's just playing games with him.
All right, you head in.
Yeah.
Okay.
While he's going, he pats down his pockets. He's like, I definitely didn't lift anything else. No. Okay, cool.
As you you walk into the pathway and you kind of enter this smaller area, and you kind of look and you see this table and chair standing there. Where is she?
All right. Table, and is it just like a dinner table type thing?
Kind of, yeah, a little bit. It's yeah.
Yeah, just sort of walk towards the table. Hello.
It's quiet.
All right. He has is like a small area, isn't it? Relatively.
Yeah, it's about 20 feet in a circle.
All right. He'll do a lap, just having a nosy at what's around.
You look and there's lots of interesting stuff, but again, nothing really jumps out in the same regard as everything seems interesting.
Yeah. No, well, he's definitely not going to try and lift anything. No. But
as you hear a voice behind you, see anything interesting?
all of it. It's all very interesting.
Good. I don't think you and I will have a problem because I want to give you a gift, and I think you have little problem telling me what gifts you want.
No, I don't think so. It just depends on the gift, really. If you're offering, it would be rude to refuse.
Exactly. We wouldn't want to be rude now, would we?
No, of course not. Has she appeared, or is it just a voice?
No. You're gonna look, and she's standing like
Okay.
kind of leaned over behind you.
Yeah.
Clearly, she must have been like invisible or something.
Yeah.
And you see her kind of lifting up the exact box that you were kind of just left behind. She says, "Is this it?"
Well, that's lovely.
I'm assuming this is what you want, right?
I mean, it's nice.
No, personally has no real interest to me, but apparently this is what you want.
It was certainly nice, but depending.
Kind of places it down in front of you.
Depending on what's on offer, I might have something else that would be nice to have.
Oh, okay. And what might that be?
Well, Ellie, you know her, Matt.
Lovely girl, very polite.
Yes,
knows how to behave.
Yes, well, she is my sister.
Is she
obviously.
now?
Yes.
Obviously
not, and he sort of like, just waves his hands over, says like, obviously not. Biologically, there would be issues there. But,
I'm not the one to place people in boxes.
I won't even comment on that. But obviously, she got all the good genes and the good well-bringing. But she is determined for us to go and fight this dragon.
Right.
I have strongly mixed feelings.
Oh, you want me to change your feelings?
No.
Oh.
Well, no. We'll call
Sure.
that a plan B.
Okay.
We'll circle back to that.
You want to become a gnome?
No, we'll call that plan C.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the box is plan A?
D through F would be the box.
I see. Well,
What?
then enlighten me. What is plan A?
If you can give me anything that will help with the dragon. See, I live on a farm. It was our mother's farm, and now my other half, shall we say, is tending it. And I promised her I would come back. And I really want to keep that promise. And going to fight a dragon seems like something that's very bad for your health.
Very counterproductive in coming back. Yes.
Yes, I think so. Do you have anything that might, I don't know, aid in the either dealing with said dragon or might help it not kill us all? That would be plan A. But I mean, plans A through F are also open if not.
Well, you're asking me two different things. You want to increase your odds on getting home safe, but you're also talking about the group as a whole. What's more important to you?
Well, the group. I don't know the other two that well, but obviously I know Ellie and would very much like for her not to die. Cal is quite nice. I've known him. He seems a reasonable person.
Right.
The other two I don't know very well, but I mean I don't want anyone to die on our little trip. So I'm saying the group probably would be the.
All right. And how would you give this group safety or protect them?
Well, I mean, if you had a magic wand of kill dragon, I think that would probably that would do it. I think.
Well, there might be one in the box.
Oh, is this the mystery box?
Could be.
Can I take a peek inside the box?
Are you going to?
No. He asked her.
Oh, he asked.
Yeah.
Well, she places her hand on the box, and you see there's this magical light coming from her hand. There is something in the box. I've taken out what was in it and put something into it that I think you would appreciate.
And it would help protect the group, potentially?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. Something you like.
Gold?
Maybe.
Oh my god, you've trapped Rosie in there.
But I can also give you this. She kind of pulls something and there's a necklace hanging from her finger. This something quite powerful. As she kind of swings it back and forth to side to side. You want to know what it is?
His eyes are just like following it as it darts back and forward. He's like, what? Sure, yeah.
I'll tell you what it is on one. How do you say that? Condition. There you go. You have to give me a promise.
Will the promise be to hurt anyone or hinder the group in any way?
No, I'll tell you what the promise is.
Oh, okay, let's hear the promise.
I'll tell you what this necklace does. So it'll be easier for you to pick the necklace or the box. The necklace will allow you to bring somebody back from the dead.
Cool. Shin, you're going to need to make a new nameplate. We're getting Vince back. No, I don't.
But it'll
Not
only
work on
work in a
Vince.
very short frame of time.
There it is.
But it can save somebody's life. So, you want this or what's in the box?
But what's in the box?
It's good. Both are good. But this one you already know. She kind of shakes it. So,
I'm going to get my D20 brain. See,
wait,
me as
did
a player-
she actually say, damn it, I have like a brain for it. Did she
No.
actually say what kind of favor you have to do to her?
No, she didn't say the promise.
Oh my
Which is the
God!
cross- Yeah,
You did-
this girl sucks. She's shit at this.
Oh my God. She says, you have to promise not to steal from nice people.
I mean, I already know what it is, so no, I'm not agreeing to these. No, I'm joking. Okay. How do I determine who's nice?
You go with your gut.
Fair. He sort of like this is going to sound. He like fingers the bracer and the tiara, and he's like, "Does that count for dead people?"
That people are not necessarily nice.
Yeah, no, but they're not necessarily mean either.
True, but they're not really anything. So, what will it be?
So, well, I'm gonna go for the D20 brain. Ah, fuck's sake, cock die. Just doesn't want to. It hits the box. I really kind of wanted the necklace too. Yeah, we'll go for the box.
You go for the box? All right.
Deal or no deal? Yeah, what's in the box? It's 1p. No. Yeah. He's
The box?
yeah. Me as a player, I really want the necklace, but I think Wheeler would be too curious.
She puts the necklace away and grabs it and hands you the box. There you go.
He sort of gives a bow. He's like, "Thank you very much." Before I go, if it's not too much to ask, I'm just curious. Can you tell me anything about these things? And he sort of like shows the bracer and points to the tiara.
Good.
Cool. Thanks.
Who will you bring next?
Damn. Who will he bring next? Yeah, well, we're going back to D20 we're in.
Jesus. I can't make any choices. I just need to roll. Yeah.
As Boomer.
Boomer it is?
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, Boomer.
All right. So you head back to the group. Is there any other conversation going on there?
Well, if there's an empathy check to be made.
There you go. Yeah.
15.
15. What does your facial expression tell the group? Or in this case, Barry?
Probably confused. Not
You see him
confused.
walking there with a box.
Yeah, the box. Probably like a bit. And probably going through his head right now is, should I have picked the box? Should I have got the necklace instead? So like I don't know, a bit of confusion, but not like nothing drastic.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, it's Barry has been kind of forming this idea of if it's some sort of a trade, sort of a like people are given things but they have to give up something or something like that. That's his current speculation, because everybody seems to come out with some sort of a baggage. Nobody's like, yay, look at what I got.
I wish I'd have known that Wheeler would have tucked like an arm into his shirt or something. When it was worth it.
So yeah, he's just being careful about what he wants when he enters. So yeah, that's it. Besides that, he's mostly just been again playing and kind of just hanging out.
All right. Boomer, you go in?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. All right. You kind of walk in, and your mind, as you kind of walk through this pathway, again, there's a lot of openings where stuff could just pop out, and yeah. But you don't see any eyes or movement. It's all pretty stationary, so that is either comforting or not. I'll leave it up to you. So as you walk in and you see the same woman sitting there. Boomer.
Oh,
Welcome.
thank you.
So, I want to give you a gift.
Why?
That's a good question. You're the first to ask. Because you will be, as a group, going to look into this dragon business.
Is it gift to some kill a dragon?
Yeah. That's a big favor to my people, and I'm instructed to give you gifts that might aid you or that you might find pleasing.
All right. Puts his hand out.
What do you want?
No, never fought a dragon. Got anything, just kill it right off the bat?
If I could kill it all right off the bat, we wouldn't need you.
Got anything, kill it pretty quick?
Well, I have things that might help you kill it, but you already have some arrows that truly assist in killing it.
Oh, yeah.
But if you want to go down that path even further, I might have something. But isn't there anything else you want?
Oh, there's lots I want.
Good.
For the dragon, need something, kill it good.
Mm-hmm.
So what you got?
What I got a lot. But the question is, what do you want?
I don't feel like we're gonna get anywhere here. Well, if you don't have nothing, kill it right away. Then maybe read book once. Well, I heard of a book once, and in it, man, the dragon slayer, kill him real quick. You got anything could revive a man like that? Maybe we go get him, have him deal with it.
Well, let me think. No, not really. I have things or something that allows you to revive somebody, but only if that person has been dead for a very short period of time.
I ain't gonna do it.
But she kind of kneels down in front of you to kind of get on eye level with you. She says, you could become that person.
I become the dragon slayer man in the book.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
Her hand carefully moves towards you.
Backs up.
She pulls her hand back and says, "You're already a strong and capable fighter. I could unlock even more of your potential."
Look, I don't think I'm gonna be the one killing the dragon. You know, I points, grabs the flail, and the Morning Star goes, "Hey, they ain't exactly good for killing ancient sky lizards. Yeah, so I think it's gonna be the magic types. All I can do is I can absorb some of the damage from them, maybe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe give me something like that. Is it gonna change who I am? My memories, things like that.
No.
All right, then maybe make me a little more sturdy, then a little more capable of sustaining some damage, than rather than dealing it. Yeah.
Right. I can do that.
Yep.
She stands up, and as she does, for a moment, you have the feeling that she's a little bit bigger than she usually is. And there's this...
Tries to stand a little taller, too.
There's this almost, no, not almost, slightly visible magical energy around her. Are you ready, Boomer? She makes some movements, and you see this magical energy being pushed towards you. Take it in.
Starts trying.
It moves towards you, and it's just, it inhales into your body. All right.
What does it feel like?
It feels like quite a rush, and there's this moment of exaltation. And also for you, it'll be after a long rest that it becomes active. But you as well have gained resistance against cold.
Okay.
Your constitution has gone up by 1 point.
Okay.
And you'll get proficiency in dexterity saving throws.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Boomer.
Yeah. You want me to go get the shiny one?
I think there's only one left, isn't there?
Yeah. I'll give you. Boomer just
Bring
walks
him
off.
over.
Yeah. He walks out. I just want you.
Can I make another empathy roll?
Of course you can. No, with Boomer you can't.
That's a dirty 20.
A dirty 20. Okay, so you get a reasonable insight on what's going on in Boomer.
Boomer, because of the energy surging through him, he wants to fight something. So he's kind of like looking around like, all right, bring it. Where the fuck is it? So his hands are kind of like twitching near his weapons, ready to go. But he also just wants to get the fuck out of here. He doesn't like the magic. He doesn't like the lady. Everything makes him feel uncomfortable. He hates this place. He wants to go. He's trying to force us along.
So there's an air of anxiety.
Yeah.
Kind of
There you
emanating. Yeah. Okay. I'm sticking with my original plan of what's awaiting me. But yeah, when he says that, I'll say thanks, baby, and I'll start to walk towards the room. But as I enter, I kind of put a little special flair into my entrance, and I use minor illusion to have a couple of John Woo movie style doves kind of fly before I enter the room, and I enter the room in kind of visually a little bit of a slow motion, just in a minor illusion kind of way.
All right.
Kind of like in some kind of men's clothing store commercial.
Yeah. She applauds. And she says, welcome. I believe you are the last. So tell me.
I may be the last, baby, but I'm the number one on your list, and everybody is mine, baby.
That was my question. Did we save the best for last?
Oh, yes, sir, indeed.
Good. So, how should I call you?
Oh, everybody calls me Barry. Nobody has the time nor the inclination to call me by my full name.
Barry it is then. I want to give you...
It's Barry Barrage, triple breath, wing down, Bushmaster. You can call me Bushmaster if you wish.
Bushmaster. Very well.
We're about to head into the bush to hunt a dragon.
Yes, you are. And because of that, I want to give you a gift.
In exchange for what, baby?
That's a good question. What are you willing to give me for it?
Well, I'm willing to give you land free of a dragon.
That's what all your other friends are already giving me.
Or they can't succeed without me.
Is that so?
Mm-hmm. I can tell no lie.
Well, that must be hard for a man in your profession.
How so? Ain't no room for lies, ain't no need for lies when you are wing down, triple breath, Bushmaster.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you better.
So, you will take care of this dragon for me.
Yes, ma'am.
And you will make the group join you. Under your expertise, they will fulfill the task ahead of them.
Yes, ma'am. And once it's done, I'm gonna have me a nice set of dragon scales to turn into a new fresh gown to parade on my hometown folk.
Very well. So, that's quite a gift and you're giving me. What would you want in return?
Well, seeing as this is my first dragon hunt, this will also be my first time crafting dragon scale, baby. So the conundrum is, I have no idea. I will have the humility to admit I have no idea what material works with dragon scale. How can I work it? Do I need to make needles out of magical ingredients? Do I need to use string made out of giant's hair? You tell me, baby, and I'm all ears.
So my gift to you would be the information you'll need to make something out of its hide.
Yes, indeed.
I see. Very well. To truly make something out of a dragon hide, you'll need a couple of things.
Give it to me.
She grabs a book, a small book, and she hands it to you. There you go. You might want to write it down.
Are we gonna be here for a long time?
Considerably. But you need to write these things down properly so you don't forget.
You playing games with me, baby.
Am I?
Empathy roll. That's 19.
19. She is playing games with you. First off, and I would write this down if I were you, you speak Giant, do you not?
I answer her in Giant as I, well, yes, ma'am.
There you go. Do you write it as well?
You know it.
Then I would write it down in Giant if I were you.
Mm-hmm. I pull out a quill.
You'll need sewing needles, but not just any. Made out of adamantium.
You gotta be kidding, baby.
No.
You wouldn't happen to have any adamantium lying around, would you?
No, I do not.
Well, that's too bad. Well,
as you finish the last runes of your book, you hear ding, 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 ding. You look down on the ground and you see adamantium needles lying there.
as I live and breathe, and I kind of crouch down and pick them
You
up.
see different types and with different openings in them.
I'm mesmerized by what I'm seeing right now. I'm like, ooh, baby, would you look at that? And I'm just like big glowing like anime eyes, just like, you know. But yeah, it's like, does it seem like she conjured them out of nowhere, or were they between the pages and they dropped out, or?
No, you've seen that your the writing that you've made in the book has disappeared, and they have kind of shaped into what you've written down and fallen on the ground.
Oh, nice. Well, after I'm done oogling at them and I notice the book effect, I'll kind of look up at her and I'll just be like, "Oh, baby, you something else."
She smiles. I am, aren't I?
Yes, indeed. Well, seeming as I was the last in line, how do you wish to proceed?
If I were you, I would go back to town, get whatever you need, and head out.
You ain't gotta tell me twice, baby. And I turn around and start walking out.
Just one moment. She hands you a scroll.
I look at it and I have a questioning eye when I grab it.
This is what you need to properly work Dragonhide. The book I gave you, be careful with it. It has its limits.
I'll see what the scroll looks like or reads out.
It's a list in Giant with ingredients of things that you require to work dragon skill.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is the needles that you conjured forward, and and it has like a whole list of things. Also, what you need to properly harvest the skills and stuff. She says, the book can conjure anything you write into it, to its limit. But it has only a certain amount of energy every day. I am unable to classify it, but I'm sure that given its proper use, you will. Once the new sun rises, its energy is restored.
That is incredible, baby. Now, can I afford a question about this book?
Sure.
Do the whenever I conjure something new, do the old materials fade away?
Nope.
It, it, is this like the golden goose of legend? I could create all sorts of valuables out of this.
You could, yes.
Lord have mercy. I'll immediately like with the scroll and immediately tuck it into my jacket pocket, and I'll put the book into the other one, and I'll just like, I'm expecting you're wanting something more than the dragon in return for something that's great as this.
She shakes her head. Make sure the group stays together and stays safe.
I'll do my best. You have my word.
She nods.
Yeah, I'll make like a courtly kind of bow, like really like lift the kind of the coattails of my my fur coat, and I'll like turn my other foot behind myself in a cross and make it like very like 100% etiquette like kind of bow because yeah, I'm Barry is very blown away by this. It's like yeah, he's never had anything like this in his fingertips. So yeah, he does that very gracious bow and then just leaves, and he backs away. Like when he leaves, he just kind of backs away.
Step, 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 turn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so you head back to the group.
Yeah,
they're all there.
When
Who
I
rolls
arrive,
an inside check on him? Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Ellie is busy watching Wheeler still, because even though he has a box, he still has 2 feet. He might steal something with those.
Maybe. Wheeler's got his nose in his box. He's opened it up like he's, yeah.
Oh, he's looking
You
in the
open
box?
it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, Ellie
Alright.
will so come over to look in the box as well, because it's a box.
Just gonna pay attention to him.
Oh well, no. To be fair, like Wheeler would have popped that open like as soon as Boomer went in.
Okay. Yeah. So Boomer kind of leaves, and you just open it, and you
At least they're watching with you.
look into it.
Is it like a mirror and a little note that says the power was inside you this whole time?
Ooh.
Devious.
You look in it. It's empty.
Should have went for the necklace.
Why do you get an empty box?
I don't know, Ellie.
Is the box magical?
Maybe. I don't know these things. Where's Barry?
Are you looking for something?
Fucking what?
You hear the box say, as you go.
Hey, yeah. Looking for the thing in the box. Is that you?
I don't have a lot in me, but do you mind closing me up a bit? It's a bit hard talking like this.
Let's go of the lid.
Box.
Oh, thank you.
Do you have a name?
No, I've just come alive like 2 minutes ago.
I
You
dubbed
need
thee
a name.
Chester.
Chest is a great name.
That's a stupid name.
It's a
But you're a
great name.
chest.
Oh, it's a great name, I hear. Yeah, Chester. Woohoo!
Yeah. So, I mean, you talk, which is, I mean, amazing. Don't get me wrong.
Uh-huh.
But what do you do?
He sasses.
I talk. What else do you want me to do?
I don't. I mean, can you talk a dragon out of the sky?
I don't know. I've only been alive for 2 seconds.
Okay, we'll have to try.
No, don't
Ellie,
try
write
that.
write that down. Okay, we'll put him
you need to
against.
keep Chester safe.
Fine. Does I take it? Does this box like have any easy means of carrying it?
It has 2 handles, but it's you have to carry it like this or lower, of course. But
any particular way you'd like to be, carried?
Oh, you're carrying me. Yeah.
Wait, could you?
Gently?
No, how long? Sorry. Do you not need to be carried?
I do.
Can we
Insight check.
the box?
Insight check a box. Does that work?
Insight
Sure,
chest.
go ahead.
Sure.
What'd you get?
Sorry, frozen putter. That's 13.
It's a box. Yeah. How else is it gonna move?
All right.
Would Ellie be able to draw pearls to what's her face? Claudia's box?
Could be.
Because I'm drawing pearls.
Yeah. Yeah. You even see kind of similar eyes on it.
Yeah. Ellie's just like looking at the box, like bending down to look in the eye, like eye level.
Hey, who are you?
I'm Ellie.
I'm Chester. Was it? Yeah, Chester.
Yeah, Chester. That's my sister.
Oh. Hey.
Hi.
I'm his box.
I know, it's amazing.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty amazing.
do you like to hold stuff?
Hell yeah, that's what boxes do. Oh, and I actually prefer to be called Chest, but well,
Yes, we can call you Chest. Is great. That's a great nickname for
a
Chester.
chest is better than a box, right? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So
yeah,
chest,
totally. Chest.
royal chest could also be good.
Royal Chest.
Right.
We
So
should
we
call
have.
him His Highness.
Well, I was thought
Oh,
almighty
yeah.
chest.
Almighty chest. Well, yeah, it's a bit long, but all right. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We can call you Might.
Gravity defying chest. Wait, no, that's a different kind of chest. Sorry. Talking about boobs.
Get your
What?
mind out of the gutter. Is there anything you prefer holding?
I don't know. Well, there's some stuff in here, but I don't really have a particular affinity to any of it.
Oh, what have you got? What you got?
Oh, stuff.
Show us
Like?
something.
Is this gonna be a thing that I just have to do whatever you guys say? He just parse up a shovel.
A shovel. Look, there's a shovel. Is this a traveling shovel of death?
I don't know.
Oh. Sorry. Reference to another thing.
Wheeler picks up the shovel and he's like, so how do we get it back? I'm assuming the shovel is bigger than him.
No, it's a human shovel that humans use, so it's considerable size.
Yeah.
This is actually useful.
Wheeler
We've
look
needed a
at it and be
shovel a
like,
couple of times.
Wait. The shovel is the size that's made for humans. So basically, does it come out like from a magician's hat? Like
Yeah, that's what I was
it's
thinking.
just
yeah.
Because Wheeler would pick it up, look at it, and go, so how do we get it back in?
Uh,
Sort of drops fit in? Does it just like fall through or something? Or?
Yeah, it just like it kind of sinks in like he's eating like a fish. Like,
This is amazing.
All right, Chester, I'm going to ask you a very, very direct question. How do you feel about eating things and keeping them that may not necessarily belong to me?
you mean they belong to me?
They could.
Ooh, I like that.
Cool. He's on board with stealing. I mean, liberating.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You want me to pick up some stuff around here? I see a lot
No,
of stuff that I might.
no, not in here. Not in here.
Oh,
No.
all right, sure.
Have you taken anything already? I mean, well done if you hadn't. I didn't spot it. Fucking go you. But
No, I, you were carrying me, and I was kind of facing you. So,
well, you're also a magic talking box. I don't know what else you can do.
yeah, I am pretty awesome.
Yeah, you are.
You know, you would think a magic box like you would be able to walk.
Yeah, you would think it.
You would think
Jeez,
so, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
hurling around a big box like this, jeez.
Yeah. I mean, geez, Ellie, now that would make him the godliest chest if he was able to walk. But shame he can't.
Too bad.
I mean, it's your box now, so you're gonna have to carry him.
Yeah.
You are a him, right? Do you have a gender?
Did you just assume his gender?
I guess I'm a it. I don't know what makes me a him or a her.
Your voice is kind of burly.
Because it echoes.
What? So hers can't have low voices? What?
Well, I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know. I've just been born like 3 minutes ago. What?
Are you kind of talking already? That's amazing.
I know. I am pretty awesome. Yeah.
This box.
So at this point, probably Barry will start coming back, and he's like,
Yeah. Yeah. Barry will come back all kind of shaken from the experience, but he's also kind of like hiding the valuables because he doesn't really know the group that well yet. But the giantess did charge him with making sure that everybody stays alive, so he's taking that seriously.
Hey, Barry, come here. Make chest.
"Hey, Barry, hi."
We got a talking chest. He's amazing.
Yeah.
I am.
You know what? Who even needs a resurrection necklace?
Yeah.
You could have a resurrection necklace.
No.
Well,
What are we talking about?
Surprise me. You got a talking box?
Chest.
Look at him.
Just.
Chest.
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Chest.
We named him Chester.
Yeah. I think that's like a pawn in words or something.
It's a fine name for a magic chest, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
He has a shovel.
That's nice. Look here, everybody. Before we get out of here, there is something I need to ask everybody, just in case I didn't have the forthrightness in me to kind of feel like I'm stepping on people's toes by asking them straight up. No need to tell me straight up what everybody went through in that VR room, but I was given something that it just the biggest thing I've ever received. I mean, look at here. I pull out the book. I got a magic book, but it's
just a way better than books.
Yeah, does it even talk, bro?
Holy gee. This book, I mean, I don't know the capabilities. I could find out, of course, but this book can conjure up just about from the looks of it, just about anything. I don't know the limits of this book yet, but if you write something down on, scribe something down, it'll actually conjure it into existence.
Wheeler will nudge Ellie and just be like, "We can get 2 talking chests."
Why would we do that? Chester is all we need.
But we could have 2.
Now,
Can it do this? The shovel comes out again.
Can it bring out a shovel?
I don't actually have the script for a shovel. I have the script for specific things I asked for, but if you came out with a box, I mean a magic chest, are we now hauling with us more magical doohickeys that we know not what they do or the limits of their power?
Wheeler's like scratching his head, like sort of knocking the tiara about. While I was like, I don't know, maybe. I think wrong. Legitimately, though, he'll sort of go. Well, you can work out magic stuff, can you?
Oh yes, sir.
Do you think you could take a look at these? And he'll sort of show the bracer and the tiara.
Let's see.
While he's doing that, he's sort of like holding Chester's like mouth open and sort of looking to the side while putting the shovel back in. Just
Well,
Yeah, thank you.
well, sure. I can take a look. Let's see. It's just a tiny bit disconcerting. I'm used to traveling alone, baby, but now that we're all together, and I really am not all that familiar with everybody in the group as of yet, and all of a sudden we also are dealing with a lot of magical powers that maybe are limitless to a certain extent. Just kind of want to make sure before we head out into the bush what we have. So yeah, bracelets, baby. Let's see. And I'll if he's holding out bracelets or something, I still have 3 first level spell slots ready to use identify.
He'll be holding it out. It's a bracer and a tiara, I think, are the 2.
Okay. Well, yeah. I'm expecting that we're gonna be resting before we leave, so I'm using up spell slots.
I feel love using spell slots just for little old me.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah.
So you cast identify magic, or what is it? Identify item?
Object? Identify level 1. Just touch object, learn its properties, magic effects, and spell that created it.
All right. You touch it. I think you need a pearl for that, right?
But unless the pearl's price is mentioned there, then my spell focus should take care of it.
Isn't it?
Isn't
I
it
think
like 10 gold?
there is a price on it, but
I think it's a 10 gold price on it.
Did you not already mention you pulled out a pearl? Because you cast identify on the
on the arrows.
And you did say about pulling
right.
something out, so I think yeah.
right. I remember that. Yeah. Okay. So you.
So just to clarify, does that mean I own the pearl for it?
I would think so. Yeah. If that's the spell that you usually use, then I would think that over this time you've acquired a pearl. It's kind of hard. No, I have the spell. Can't use it, but I still have it.
It's a pearl worth at least 100 gold pieces and an old feather.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
So-
I have them sewn into my garment.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You do a little.
So I'm
Gemini
not like,
finger, I
ooh,
got
look at
sewn
this.
into my stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's like that's my deal. I'm a
All right. Okay. So you cast identify magic on it, and the braces give a +1 to someone's armor class.
All right, I'll explain it basically.
But there is something else there. It seems to be linked
and I can't really figure it out any further than that with this spell.
No.
Linked as in linked to a person or an item or
an item.
Okay. I'll say, well, looking at this here, baby, it seems that this helps you in not getting killed. But it seems that it's somehow tied to a set of things. There might be another item altogether. There might be maybe magic socks that go with it. Right. And it's somehow tied to something of that nature. I can't help you any further than that with this one, baby. It's something that's clouded in my mind.
Well, I mean, I haven't found the magic socks yet, but might it be the tiara? And he sort of holds it forward as well.
Let's see, baby. And I'll do my magic touch on it as well.
This is where we find out I am, in fact, missing the magic socks. They were on a skeleton in the cave.
Yeah,
so you also
slot.
cast a spell on it. By the way, I believe you can also cast it ritualistic.
Oh.
So you probably don't even have to waste you spend spell slots on it, but then it will take, of course, longer for you to cast.
Yeah, sure, but then again, the giant has told us to basically like get the fuck
Go,
out of here. Yeah. So basically, I'll just use the spell slots because I'm expecting that we'll get to rest before we leave.
All right. So the tiara gives a person, if it's attuned and if there's a magical word spoken, it gives the person dark vision.
Whoa.
And that is also linked.
You see, baby, this tiara is locked behind a password. You need to say the right spell, the right incantation, the right words with this item, and it will let you see in the darkness. It will throw away the shadows from your eyes. It will bring about light where there is darkness. But it again is tied to another item. Maybe, I don't know, magic underwear, who cares? It's gonna be something that's linked to it. Maybe we'll find out one day, baby.
The link will also be activated if you speak the magical word, which roll your arcana.
Okay, let's see. That's 13. 13.
You think that it has to do with planets, because there are a lot of the gems that are on the bracelet and the tiara are apparently representations of planets. And you think that if you speak the word, it's clear that the tiara is the key, is the one that is the primary thing that connects it.
Okay.
And if you find out what planet or what thing the tiara is representing, then if you speak the name of that planet, then you should be able to link whatever it links to and create the dark vision.
There's something peculiar about these gems, baby. You see, gem work is very closely tied with my tailoring practice. When I make these fabulous mink coats, for example, I embed a lot of gems into them, so I've looked into this. These gems on these items right here are tied to astronomy. They are tied to the stars and the planets in the sky. And lucky for you, this tiara is the key to all of that. Now, if you get all of the items that are tied together, all the socks and the underwear and the like, if you figure out this one tiara out. If you figure out the jewels and the planets that are tied to it, you can unlock all of that power, baby. So you need to get your hands on an astronomist.
I can. He'll turn to Chester and be like, "We got an astronomer in there, or like a map of the stars."
Yeah, astronomist. Yeah,
An astronomist. Yeah.
right.
How did I get here? It's like a Mr. Meeseeks coming out.
You see like this little bone just. Doop, doop, doop. That's as close as I could get.
Wait,
What
put a
did that?
bone in there?
Do you know what? And the Wheeler will just pick it up and sort of say, pop it back in. But keep it better in than out.
Right.
Hey, let me ask you a question, baby. Where did you come by all these items?
Well,
I was
Mia's chest.
Not you, Mr. Chest.
Oh,
Talking to this Wheeler, was it?
Yeah. Well, the chest I got from in there.
hey.
I was talking more about the gem encrusted magical clothing and apparel.
Oh, found them in a cave. It was
Just
fine.
a-
We got the tiara was stuck to a skull. There was a guy who was with his half orc. I got him to crush it against the wall. There was like a bone chilling wail of like a ghost or something. I don't know, probably unrelated. I then got the tiara. I snuck into like a wee crack, and there was loads of other bones and dead bodies. It looked like something terrible had happened. And then I found the bracer, so I took that and then left, and then now we're here.
We did
You've
find a book
been-
as well.
Oh yeah,
You-
from the book.
I was gonna dig out the book.
You've been out robbing graves, baby?
No, it was just a cave. We got trapped in there by two giants.
More like like based on the descriptions, it sounds more like someone's feeding grounds.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Well, if there's a chance to go back and survey the surroundings, maybe we might find clues as to where to find the rest of the items. But unless they are on our path towards the dragon,
No, I think no, they're not.
Hmm.
Maybe on the way back after the dragon though, because we need to return the flask to the guy, to Osgrin.
Oddgrin is the man you mentioned who
helped us.
made you all these fine furs. Fine furs.
But yeah, maybe we should get going. Right?
It,
Oh, Boomer
it's not
starts
to
walking
stick
out.
around.
Do you
All
think
right,
our giant friend is still waiting for us outside?
must be.
Let's go check.
Right. You leave, and indeed, the giant that brought you here is still there.
Oh god, I forgot how cold it is out here. Oh, that's rude.
Let's go.
Yeah.
The giant takes you back on the sled and leads you back
At
towards
least,
town.
just gonna say, you tricked us though. We didn't need to speak loudly.
yeah. That was funny. As you guys kind of head back towards the town or the village, and it's busy. There's quite a lot of people coming and going, but you see here and there, you see giants just also moving about. And you are delivered back to this building, which is considered to be sort of like a hostel tavern things. Just a lot of beds where people can sleep.
All right. I'm basically Barry would be looking to just get a bite to eat before going to bed, but he will be very preoccupied with the new items he has been given, the scroll as well as the book. He is really firmly looking over them, really like investigating them, because even the giantess said that she's not sure how to categorize it or what exactly is the extent of what you can conjure with it and all that. Of course, I have the script, the kind of schematic for just the tools I asked for the scale work and all that. But if I were to find or even learn to manufacture such schematics or runes, there's no telling what the book's strength level is in conjuring stuff. So I'm very intrigued about this.
Do I know if my cart is here? Like if...
Yeah, it's probably here. Yeah, this would be the most logical place for you to park it or keep it.
All right, he'll walk off and go say hi to Lucille.
All right. Excellent. You head over there. What do you do?
Hop in the back of the cart, take out some feed, and start feeding her, and just pet her and hang out with her.
You take your time, and she enjoys your company. So it's nice. And well, it's cold, but you probably put her inside, so she's relatively comfortable.
Just tell her what the plan is, what we're gonna do.
She nods.
After a while, head back in, go get some food, get some sleep.
All right. Excellent. So I would say that you all play a bit with the stuff that you've been given, or talk a bit, and you go to rest.
Yeah.
Is there a plan for tomorrow?
No, not yet.
Do you make it, or do you just go like, we'll see tomorrow?
Ellie probably would make it.
Boomer would want to plan too.
Yeah. So when everybody's back and like got it up again, Ellie would probably try to ask like, so guys, tomorrow, what are we doing? Like,
Well,
do you think we're gonna be as good to go? Is there a path? Did we have a map actually? Did we get a map?
Should ask the giants, huh?
Yeah.
Chester, you got a map in there?
He spits up a map.
What's the map?
Opens it, looks at it like, is it a map of this area, or is it like...
This looks like a sea map.
Cool. Thanks. And he'll
Boomer
fold it back up and just be like, here.
Got another one.
Oh, okay.
You see like this little drawing of there's a house, and then there's like these dotted lines to another house. Yeah, I think that's it.
Cool.
Boomer will just walk away and try to find one of the giants.
Easily
Winnie
done.
will feed the maps back.
Cal will
Oi.
probably catch up with Boomer.
Oh,
Yeah.
No,
you got a map of this dragon who wants to kill you.
Oh, we don't know where its lair is, but I can get you a map. He looks at
put
you.
us in the...
But yeah, he kind of scratches his beard. It's kind of big.
What?
The map.
What? And I point at the crossbow on my back.
Fair enough. He smiles and walks off. And like in about 10 minutes, he returns and has like this roll of parchment, which is about 2 or 3 times your size. As you get to like there you go.
Any idea what direction dragon might be? Wait for us to go off in.
North.
North. gonna start trying to get as much of the map together.
Yeah, you just it's for you. It's like this massive wooden log that is in front of you. Like, how are you gonna move it? I mean, you could probably lift it. It's pretty. It looks pretty heavy, but you're a strong guy.
You want
I'll
a bit
try
of
it.
hand for that?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Sure.
Lift it with Kel.
The two of you. All right, there we go. We got it. And you start moving it into the building.
Oh, got a map. Dropped it.
That's a rug!
Maybe make it a bit smaller. Anybody that can draw.
I can do that. I can do that. And she like goes looking for stuff. Moves everything about. Moves Fluffles out of the way. And like stay. And then grabs pen and her book and just goes to town on drawing it.
You start to minimize the map. All right.
Well, she probably start with looking at everything and then finding like reference points and then be like, okay, right, okay, good.
Yeah. You can. The easiest reference point for you is this place and the temple.
Yeah.
So you have an idea of where every what's the line out and stuff. For you, Boomer, you will probably also know that you see a couple of paths that you recognize and that you've traveled before. So you're gonna, So, but it's clear also that about, well, say 5 days or so northwards, the map becomes way more vague and it becomes way more undetailed and stuff. Because they just don't really know a lot what's on there.
So Ellie is basically just gonna spend the rest of the night until she goes to bed drawing this map, and she's gonna make like first a bigger version that it's like everything just loosely like in relation, and then she makes like switch another page and do like smaller versions and like do the north just and do the side, just to make a bit more detail and a bit more notes.
There you go.
Looks like as the road continues, it's like less, I don't want to say paved, but it's less of a road. It seems like probably the cart wouldn't do too well going up there.
No.
Yeah.
Probably
all right. So then Boomer will just kind of resign himself to leaving the cart. All right.
Okay. So seeing the time that we have to call it quits for now, and we'll pick it up again next week. Yep. So thanks everybody, and have a good week.
You too.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for all for watching.